What's up, you guys? This is the Arcido Oxna. You see this little thing? They came out with a 35-liter Acra bag. This is a smaller version, kind of that, but upgraded and really designed specifically for minimal travelers and people with smaller frames, but really people who just they want to get out there with just the minimums. There's also a compression packing cube, which I'm not sure is going to be included with the bag or purchased separately. I'm assuming separately, which you can compress down all your stuff into this guy. Then that fits in there perfectly like so. You've got some space to add some stuff on top and then some external access. Okay, very interesting bag. Let's get into some details. So the first thing you're gonna notice about this thing is it is light and it is padded. Okay, we've got a 400D Codra material, which is this black stuff here. There is a little, like a ballistic nylon, like a kind of 500D Cordura or something like that on the bottom. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but you're gonna notice this 400D Codra a lot. Apparently it's made from recycled materials and it's very lightweight, abrasion resistant, water resistant, dirt resistant, the whole 9 yards. But then all around the bag, it's padded. It's padded up a little, like a thin, light layer of padding all the way around the bag. So you're gonna notice that padding, because the bag is gonna keep its shape a lot of the time. I pulled the packing cube out of it. I don't have anything else in it, and we're looking at about 2.6 pounds, which is pretty dang lightweight. You're just gonna notice that on this bag. I mean, with nothing in it, it's like, I don't know, it's just the materials themselves have a lightness to them. Agile in travel is very agile, okay? One of the things you're gonna notice is we've actually got a pretty killer, there's a million ways for companies to do the back of a bag. What I like is I do like a little bit of air channel somewhere. I find that can be helpful, but it's not necessary. I also like mesh. The air channel is good for, keeping the sweat from happening. The mesh can help with that. But one of the things I like about this bag is all of the foams and the materials. I mean, first of all, you can easily feel that channel on either side of your spine. You can feel a little bit of freedom, but also it's kind of like a jetpack. You're kind of locked in on there just from the carry perspective. So it feels very agile, very comfortable in travel. You just got a lot of, because this padding has a kind of rigidity to it, it means that the bag moves when you move. Did I just have a literal, did I just have a stroke? But the bag really does move when you move. There's not a lot of give in this material. This is just so you're kind of locked in, especially got the sternum strap, which is magnetic. Magnets, how do they work? Very agile, just on the body. You feel a lot of responsiveness in this bag. It's a responsive bag. I know that's kind of a weird thing to talk about. When you're in travel mode, you think about all the little details. At least I do, because it's my fucking job. These straps also come away. You clip them right off, and then there is a little panel back here where you can put them away completely and zip this sucker up, okay? So you can go for more of a streamlined look. All right, I know there's a side handle and a top handle, no bottom handle, no other side handle. So I know some of you are gonna be like, I wanna go with a little minimal briefcasey vibe. Another thing that makes this agile in travel is just this big mesh thing right here. You can just throw shit in there. I mean, not expensive stuff, because I don't want someone just to grab all my shit when I'm not aware of it. But like throwing in a rain jacket or a sweater or a water bottle, like right here, when you've already got one over here. This kind of mesh can be nice. Obviously, it can look a little funky when you've got a bunch of garbage in there. Solid tech organization, okay? So all of the organization for this sucker happens, where's my zippers? It happens on this back panel, okay? Look at that. Oh, by the way, when I did the weight measurement, I had my Sennheiser Momentum earbuds in there. So, little compromise. Really great laptop compartment, all right? I normally leave this thing back in there and I'm just sliding my laptop in and out. You can see visually how it's pulled up off the bottom of the bag. Then on this panel here, you've got a huge sort of place back here for, of course, your business papers. Man, What? But a big place for your business papers, for your iPad, throw that shit back there and then you're good to go. You got a mesh thing up front and then a bunch of little like admin pocket type things up here. You've got pens, you've got, well, by a bunch I mean one. There's just the one. But you got a bunch of pen things over here. By a bunch, I mean 3. Now, you're gonna notice this is a little bit flimsy. It's thin, it's very thin and very lightweight material. I think they went with this material, which is it's not an unnice material. It's kind of, the closer you get to it, the more you realize it's sort of like, it's interesting. It's not just that cheap run-of-the-mill, really cheap nylon liner. But I would say that in use, this is a little bit flimsy. Things are flopping around. It doesn't feel very inviting personally. Like I'm not like going like, oh, I can't wait to put my thing in there. It's like, oh fuck, how am I gonna use this? Do you know the difference between that and bags? Have you ever felt that? This big mesh thing is interesting though, because it actually has dimension built into it. So what ends up happening is this becomes the catch-all for like so much stuff goes in here. And then because there's a little bit of space in this back compartment, I don't find that it's smushing too hard up against my laptop or anything like that. By the way, these zippers, I just keep up here at the top and as much as possible, access anything that I need just from the top of the bag so I don't have to zip that out. Nobody likes the big clamshell thing at the cafe, you know what I mean? Let me run you through some other pockets here. There's this nice side pocket, which is just sort of, it has a little wing so stuff doesn't fall out. It gets really tight when you're packed out the bag, when you've packed out the bag a bunch. So this is a bag that's definitely like all bags. A little bit better when it's not totally packed out. Sort of an interesting pocket here. I don't know what you'd put in here. What are you thinking about in here? Maybe this is like, for me, maybe this is just my snack, my grab and go sort of snack thing. That's probably what I'd do. In use for daily carry stuff around here, I just didn't use it. I didn't know how to use it. I had my snacks in a big pouch inside. You've also got this like security pocket back here, which is, so there's 2 quick access. Back quick access, which is perfect size for your passport or something like that. You can also fit your MacBook Pro charger or your laptop charger, some of them in there. That's what I've been doing. So I might have my laptop right here and then my charger right there whenever I need it. And then you have another quick access on the front, which actually has a nice fleece liner in it, okay? It's kind of good size, about the size of my hand, like that, which is nice, and it's up at the top of the bag. I have noticed that these seams kind of open up like that. They just kind of like have, because it's right on that curve. I just find that those seams sort of open up, and I'm not sure if that's intended or not. No bad for the performance there, but it's just something that I noticed. It's just like, it's like I want to heal that. I want to make that come down. But because this padding, it's gotten used to having a kind of a collapse right there. So over time, your bag might take on different shapes depending on just how you're using it, because it does have that padding all over the place. Then, like I said, big mesh thing, water bottle pocket over here, which is great because I like big pockets, and I cannot lie. This is a little tight to get inside, but when the other water bottle walks in with an itty bitty little thing, you could fit it in really easily. Okay, so that's all the pockets on this bag. Water bottle, this guy, front quick access, back quick access / passport security pocket, then the whole tech organizer. And then inside here, let me just open this up for you to get a sense of the main capacity. All right, like I said, they have their own compression packing cube, which is great. This is exactly the same size as my Peak Designs everyday, not the everyday, but their packing cube. You can tell because that's what I put inside there. But this is the materials that match the bag, so that's kind of nice, and it has a really robust like compression thing. And it looks like we've got the 2 side thing going, so you can make one side dirty clothes and one side clean clothes and slowly do it out over time. It's what this guy does, and one of the things I like so much about it, besides the fact that it's super lightweight. And then inside, you've got a big mesh pocket, so maybe your iPhone charger cord and like a handful of other things that go in there. How do you guys do that? I like to have a specific place for everything, and I find that I put my iPad, I like to have all my like stuff that goes by the side of my bed just in my DOP kit. So I always just have my DOP kit collects all of those things, and then that goes right in the bag. Solid capacity here, as they said, it is what, a 28 liter bag? Let me see. This is, yeah, a 28 liter bag, okay? So these are your leaders right here. It's where you're gonna find all 28 of them. You got some straps here in case you wanted to strap some things down. Like I said, again, this is the same size as their packing cube. Fits pretty dang perfect right in down towards the bottom. There is a little bit more that if I put on top, you see that little foot thing? I keep wanting to make that come up more, but I find that when I do that, this pocket's thrashed, this pocket, everything gets really tight down here at the bottom of the bag. So I end up just letting it sort of have that little angle. It just likes that angle. I don't know why it likes it. But you can see here, when I pack this in there, I still have all this room. Now, you could see the lip here, it actually curls up and over there. So some of the volume over here is not represented in the bag over here. It actually happens when this closes down. So you'll be packing this out and stuff will be sitting on top of the lip and you're like, oh, am I gonna get it closed? And then you'll be able to close it easily. It's a well-built bag, really interesting materials. Not my personal favorite for daily carry once I get to my destination. I've got other bags that I would prefer that are minimal in travel, easy to travel with, and I've got a better sort of daily carry bag when I get there. I wasn't a huge fan of the padding and the general sort of aesthetic for my personal taste. But I know that some of you who are just minimal travelers or some of you are just drawn to this bag, right? This is gonna be a favorite bag for some people. I think every bag has some people who just like it's their favorite bag. So if that's you, tell us about it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your use of this bag. I know it's just like, as I'm recording this, it's not even out yet. So I've got to put it in the can and wait till they release it. But if you use this bag or if this bag looks like, oh my God, perfect to you, mention it in the comments below. I want to hear what your experience of this bag really is. And if it's not the perfect bag for you, you can check out matterful.co/hybrid. That's where I keep the travel bags that are designed for being both daily carry and travel bag. Then I have just the travel bags page, which is just maximum carry on, normally big 40-liter bags, like get everything on my backpack, ruck it around. That's one way of doing it. I like a minimal travel whenever I can, especially for any of you who are getting away without kids, just going away for the weekend or something like that. This kind of travel will change your life. So if you're not in love with this bag, you can check out the others at matterful.co/hybrid. Some of them literally will speak to you and literally will change your life. I literal on you. I'm literaling you. Okay, that's it for me and the Arcido Oxna. I like this company. They do a lot of interesting stuff. Their previous bag, the Acra, very focused on lightweight, very focused on minimal. So check those out. Those are all on the travel bags page, all their stuff. I think they've got all their bags over there. Now, if you want to win free gear, we do big giveaways. The next one's coming up when we reach 75,000 subscribers. You make sure you go to Matterful and just get on the email list. That is how you're gonna enter to win there. We're gonna be giving away thousands of dollars worth of gear. I won't harp on it here, but go to matterful.co and get some free fucking gear. And other than that, I'll link below to my Conscious Cannabis email list, which you can get on right now, and the Be Yourself email list. These are two different email lists that I'm thinking of building something in. I'll put links to there before. The Be Yourself one is just like, are you interested in being more authentically yourself? One of the things I notice is a lot of online creators, a lot of writers, a lot of people, they're looking to actually find their voice and actually learn how to be themselves. And I find that it's a great art to be able to keep your who you are-ness in the maelstrom of whatever the hell the expectations of the other people around you are. So get on that little email list as well, or the Conscious Cannabis. If you are interested in Conscious Cannabis, you already kind of know who you are. So being on either of those lists, being on either one of those lists is a Matterful one. Anyways, I want you to be enrolled in my favorite thing is doing these giveaways. They're so fun. Like, it's just like I get to write that email like, hey, Samantha, like you just won something from Mission Workshops or something like that. Just like, what? That's amazing. All right, y'all. Love you. Talk to you later. If you're interested, let's take this relationship to the next level. Follow me on Instagram. Let's say what's up. DM me, say hi. Bye.